high call series.
So in this lesson also we have this let us read part. English is a language, and as we are learning it as a language, we need to develop the skills also, like reading, listening, writing and speaking. Okay, we should be able to read in English, we should be able to read and understand English, we should be able to speak in English, we should be able to listen and understand in English, right? We should be able to speak in English, write in English, right? So it's very important for us to learn the skills, listening, reading, writing and speaking in English language also. Okay, so the first one is let's read. We will listen to this passage first, and after that I will read the passage once again, right?
Read. Read the following passage. It was the Sunday morning, and there were many people in the park. Some men were doing yoga, some women were exercising, and some people were jogging or walking. A few children were playing on the green grass. Kavita and Sarala were sitting on the bench and talking. They were making plans to go shopping together for their grandchildren. Suddenly, a young man ran towards them. He snatched Kavita's purse and began to run away as fast as he could. Kavita and Sarala were shocked. Kavita shouted, "Help! Help!" Sarala also yelled at the top of her voice and pointed towards the thief. "Catch that man! He is the thief!" An old man was sitting on the grass near the gate. He threw his walking stick at him. It hit the thief on his leg. He fell down, and all the other people immediately gathered around him. He was caught and handed over to the police. Kavita was very happy to get her purse back. They all thanked the old man and clapped for him. He said, "We all use this park for different activities. We all can keep it safe if we help one another and stand up together against thieves or people who try to harm."
So this is the passage. Okay, I will read it once. It was the Sunday morning, and there were many people in the park. Some men were doing yoga, some women were exercising, and some people were jogging and or walking. A few children were playing on the green grass. Kavita and Sarala were sitting on the bench and talking. They were making plans to go shopping together for their grandchildren. Suddenly, a young man ran towards them. He snatched Kavita's purse and began to run away as fast as he could. Kavita and Sarala were shocked. Kavita shouted, "Help! Help!" Sarala also yelled at the top of her voice and pointed towards the thief. "Catch that man! He is the thief!" An old man was sitting on the grass near the gate. He threw his walking stick at him. It hit the thief on his leg. He fell down, and all the other people immediately gathered around him. He was caught and handed over to police. Kavita was happy to get her purse back. They all thanked the old man and clapped for him. He said, "We all use this park for different activities. We all can keep it safe if we help one another and stand up together against the thieves or people who try to harm." Okay, so this is an incident that has happened in a park. We have parks in our neighborhood, and we go to the parks to play games. And when we go there, we can see so many people coming for walking, jogging, doing exercises, yoga and all. Okay, so there was such a park, and all the people were doing such kinds of things in the morning. Kavita and Sarala are two friends. Okay, two elderly ladies. They are very friends also. So they were sitting at a corner in the park, and they were planning to go for a shopping. They were planning to go for a shopping, and they wanted to buy something for their grandchildren. So as they were thinking or discussing what to buy, what not to buy, suddenly there came a young man. Okay, and he snatched the purse of Kavita and ran away. Okay, he came in, snatched the purse of Kavita and ran away. So they were not expecting this and they were shocked. And in that shock, they shouted, "Help, help!" And the Kavita was saying, "Please catch that man, he is a thief." Okay, so not only Kavita and Sarala, nobody was expecting such kinds of things in the park. But it happened. So there was a man, an old man, sitting near the gate and doing some yoga or something like that. He heard this. And he looked around and he saw his walking stick. So as this thief came running towards the gate, he threw the sticks, right? And it went and hit the leg of the thief and he tumbled. He fell down. So as soon as he fell down, the other people, the youngsters are there who was jogging and doing exercises and all these kinds of things. They came running and they caught this man. Okay, police was called. Police took this man away, and yes, Kavita got her purse back. Okay, Kavita thanked all the people. They said, "The old man, thank you, old man, because it was you who stopped this thief." And they said, "See, this is a public place. A park is a public place. We go there for playing. Others come there for doing exercises. Some come there to take some rest. Huh? So many different people come there to do so many different things. Okay, different people come there to do different kinds of things, and we all should be together to help to protect the park so that the people like thieves and also will not come to this place. Okay, so this is the passage, right? So now I will keep this passage the same in front of you for a minute so that you can read it once, right? Okay, so now we will go on to the question answers related to this particular passage. Name any three activities mentioned in the beginning of the story. So what are the three different activities mentioned here? See, some were doing yoga, doing exercising, some people were jogging or walking, children were playing in the green grass. Huh? Yeah, we need to write any three of them. Yoga, exercising, jogging or walking are the different activities mentioned in the beginning of the passage. Yoga, exercising, jogging or walking. Second question, who snatched Kavita's purse? Kavita and Sarala were sitting there and talking, isn't it? Something happened. Somebody came and snatched Kavita's purse. Who was that? A young man snatched Kavita's purse. Okay, these two were elderly ladies, no? So it was easy for him. A young man snatched Kavita's purse. Third, what happened when the thief fell down? So old man sitting at the gate threw his walking stick. It hit the man on his leg and he fell down. Then what happened? All the people immediately gathered around him. All the other people who were also there in the park immediately gathered around him and caught him, right? Okay. What did the old man throw at the thief? What did the old man throw? His walking stick, isn't it? Yes. He threw his walking stick at the thief. The old man threw his walking stick at the thief. What did the old man say to the people when they clapped for him? So all the people came there, they thanked the old man, and then the old man said something to the people over there, wasn't it? So what did he say? He said, we all use the park for different activities. We all keep it safe. We all can keep it safe if we help one another and stand up together against the thieves or the people who try to harm us. Right? So it's a public place. We all use it for different purposes. And if we all stand together and do things, then definitely we can keep the people like the thieves and all out of this park. Okay. So that is the question answer part related to let us read. And now we'll move on to the next one. Let's practice. Following a teacher while he or she is saying or pronouncing the words correctly. Yes. So we have a sound here. We have a sound here, and that is a z, za, za. Okay. And this one, ja. Right? Za, ja. Za, ja. Right? So HIS, usually we say it as his. That is not his, it's his. His. Right? HIS, his. TREES, trees. Trees. Not the forceful sa. No. Za. Sa, za. Sa, za. That's the difference. Okay? If we use the letter S here, then it is something like a sa. Sa. But this one is a za. Za. Okay? So his, trees, PLEASE, please, not please, please, za. Right? Cheese, 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 not cheese. Right? Then BREE is a D, breeze. Okay? So his, trees, please, cheese, breeze. Right? Now this one, FRIDGE, fridge, ja. Okay? JIM, gym. JAM, jam. GEL, gel. GIANT, giant. Isn't it? Okay? Fridge, gym, jam, gel, giant. Okay? So now I will tell these one by one and you need to tell it after me. Okay? HIS, his. It's not his, it's his. Za, z. His. TREES, trees. PLEASE, please. Z, please. CHEESE, cheese. BREEZE, breeze. FRIDGE, fridge. JIM, gym. JAM, jam. GEL, gel. GIANT, giant. Okay. So now I will keep the screen the same for another minute so that we can have a look at these words once again and pronounce it carefully. This should not be said as s, that is z. S, z, sa, za, za. Okay. let us converse. So here is a conversation. Okay, there is a conversation happening there. We will listen to this conversation first. Alright? We will listen to this conversation that is happening around in between or in among four students over there. Okay, so four people are there. So we will listen to that first, and then I will give you the wordings of this particular conversation, which you can practice at home. Okay, you can do it either as a game with your friends or neighbors or some cousins or somebody else at home, or when the school gets reopened, when we go back to the classrooms, we can play it with our friends also there, right? Okay, so now we will listen to the conversation.
Let's converse. Read the following conversation and enact it out with your partner in the class. Deepika, Kalyani. Please pass on that cheese to me. Sorry, I can't. I'm sitting too far. I cannot reach it. Why don't you ask the girl sitting next to you for it? I'm afraid she's busy talking to her friend. I don't want to disturb her. That's okay.
Okay, we have listened to the conversation. Now I will give you the wordings of this conversation. Okay, so we can practice it along with a friend or any brothers or sisters or somebody else that we have at home. Okay. So the next is a rhyme time. It's a time for us to have a beautiful rhyme. So we will listen to this rhyme first, and after that I will give you the question answers related to this particular rhyme. Okay. So let us listen to that first.
Rhyme time. Recite the following poem in groups. Girls and boys come out to play. The moon does shine as bright as day. Come with a whoop and come with a call. Come with a good will or not at all. Up the ladder and down the wall. A halfpenny roll will serve us all. You find milk and I'll find flour, and we'll have a pudding in half an hour.
Fine, it's a beautiful rhyme, isn't it? We have listened to that. And now I will give you the wordings of this rhyme also so that you can, practice it at your home and sing it loud at home also. rhyme time. So we have just read the poem, and based on that, we have two questions to be answered here. First question: who come out to play? So who was that who come out to play? The girls and the boys came out to play. So who come out to play? The boys and the girls come out to play. Now the second one: name two things needed to make pudding. So what are the things that are required to make pudding? Yes, milk and flour are needed to make pudding. What are the things required? Milk and flour. Right. So I will keep the screen the same for another minute so that you can read these questions and their answers also once again loudly and thoroughly. Right? Writing skills. So add suitable words to complete the following conversation. Look at the picture for ideas. Okay. So here is a conversation actually happening in between Sunil and Tarun. Okay. There is a conversation happening in between Sunil and Tarun. And some words are missing there. Based on the picture, we need to complete that. Right? Okay. So the conversation is between Sunil and Tarun. So Sunil says, "Hello Tarun, how were the holidays?" So Tarun had gone somewhere for a holiday and Sunil is asking you about that. And Tarun says, "Hello, I went to a village to meet my uncle and aunt. It was fun." So Tarun said he had gone to some village to meet his uncle and aunt, and that was very fun. Had great fun. I know a village is very different from a city. So Tarun actually lives in a city, I guess. Okay. So when we go to a village from a city, it will be an entirely different environment, a different experience altogether. Yes, it is. A village has a small houses and a big fields. Yeah, obviously. In cities, we can find big buildings, isn't it? Yes. But in a village, the houses are small, but big fields are there. But in a city like Delhi, we have big buildings, many cars, and thousands of people. There are big flyovers also. Okay? So the first gap is a village, second is also a village, third is a city, fourth is a house. We have big buildings, many, again big. Right? So I will keep the screen the same for another minute so that you can have a look at it once again. homework. Write the 3 lines on my city or my village. You need to write 3 sentences about my city or my village. Okay. The name of my village is Kuchipudi. It stands on the banks of River Krishna. The total population of my village is about 5,000. Okay. Most of the villagers depend on agriculture. Our village is famous for classical dance. I am really proud of my village. So 5 sentences are given here. We need to write only 3. So this can be used as a model. You can write about your village, okay, or your city where you live. See, the first sentence is about the name of the village or a city. Second, where is it located? Then, what is the total population of the particular city or village? How many people are there in that city or village? Then, what do the people do there? What do the people do there? Then, is there something special about that particular city or village where you live? Usually there will be, no? Usually there will be something or other will be there. What is that? Then, what do you feel about your village or city? Clear? So, what should we write? The name of the village or city. Where is it located? The total population, how many people are there? What are the people doing there to earn a livelihood or to live? What is the place, city or village famous for? And how do you feel about the village? Okay, so these are the points that we can use when we have to write about a place. Okay, and it can be in the same order. The name, its location, or how many people are there, what are the people doing, what is famous for that, famous in that particular village, that how do you feel about it? Okay, so I will keep the screen the same for another minute in front of you so that you can just go through that and use it as a model to write about your city or a village. Okay. Now, project work. Okay. So find pictures of a village and a city from newspapers or magazines. Paste them in your scrapbook or notebook and write a heading, example, a modern city or a beautiful village, etc. For each picture, choose a picture from them where you would like to live and write below it. Okay. So what we need to do is, see, we can collect the pictures of the cities and the villages from the newspapers and magazines and all, right? So we can cut them, we can paste them, and we can give them headings also. Okay, a beautiful city, a beautiful village, a riverside city, a lakeview village, these kinds of things, right? And out of all the images that you have collected, where would you like to live? You can keep, you can just write below that this is the village where I would like to live. Okay, so that is a project to work. So I will keep the screen the same so that you can copy the question. Okay. value corner. So what have we learned about from this lesson? Okay. So caring for neighbors and sharing with them makes a good neighborhood. So how can we make a good neighborhood? So sharing and caring is very important. Okay. So we share our happiness, our joy, our sadness, everything with our neighbors, and we care for our neighbors. We do not trouble them. Whenever they are in need, we try to help them. Whenever we are in need, they will try to help us also. Isn't it? Yes. We invited them for our birthdays. Whenever there is a party or get together or something like that in our house, we will definitely call them, invite them. Isn't it? Celebrations, festivals, and all these kinds of things will be celebrated together. All these things are actually making a feeling that we are there, we care for you, we share with you. Okay, and that is very important because they are the people who are, they may not be our relatives, but they are the people who are very close to us, and whenever we are in need of some help, they will be the people who will be coming first. Right? So, we should realize that and we should behave accordingly also. Right? So, this is one major lesson that we have to learn from this particular lesson. I and my neighborhood. Right? So, that is the end as far as what we have in the textbook as far as this particular lesson is concerned. And we will meet again in the next class with another lesson. Right? So, till then, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.